Yo, what is up guys, and welcome to InfernoKun back on this very Friday. I'm doing this thing I call the Road to Pax East, where I'll be putting out a brand new The Walking Dead the final season video every Friday leading up until the Pax East Reveal. Now unfortunately, regarding that event, the footage I said that was going to be over at Pax East, it won't be available for us sitting at home watching the live stream. Yes, it will be exclusive to only Pax East attendees. That's very sad, very unfortunate. They said it afterwards, and I was like, man, really? You have to be an attendee to go ahead and see this footage? But they did confirm that we are getting something. Probably not any kind of footage, but maybe just a poster, concept art, or something. You know, it could be that. Not entirely sure. So, kind of disappointing, but we will probably get it eventually as time moves on. Now, going on with this whole Road to Pax East, I want to go ahead and talk about things regarding the final season, and this topic for this video will be the characters. Yes, I speak about characters a lot, and I want to go ahead and talk about what I want from characters regarding The Walking Dead the final season, and how I think Telltale can improve from their previous 3 seasons of The Walking Dead. So, pretty much to go ahead and start from the beginning, where we have The Walking Dead Season 1. We play as Lee, and we meet awesome characters like Kenny and his family, Lily, Larry, Carly, all of them. Just awesome characters that we met throughout the series. And I think personally that Season 1 had the best, I would say, development of these characters. We got to see Kenny struggling with his family throughout the whole, or throughout half of the season at least. And we got to go ahead and just learn more about Carly, talk to her, have deep conversations about various things regarding Carly. And I think that was just an important part of the characters. You know, talking to them, having a deep conversation with them is very important for character development, learning about the characters, and that usually leads to us caring about them a lot more. We got to see things like Lily losing her dad and basically seeing her grow as a character to eventually what led to her shooting Carly. Things like that. You see how Lily just slowly getting just more and more angry and just sick of everyone's shit. And, you know, other seasons really didn't have that too often. Now, in Season 2, we did have a great cast of characters. We had Luke, Nick, Pete, Rebecca, Alvin, all of them. We had a great cast as well. I think the cabin group was definitely a great group, but they weren't shown, you know, as much love as the ones in Season 1 did. Luke was probably, he was pretty alright, definitely in terms of character development, but Nick wasn't really well developed, and everyone else wasn't really well developed alongside, you know, people like Kenny, Jane, Luke, all of that. And in saying that, pretty much comparing them to Season 1 characters, they had a lot more development than Season 2. In Season 1, I felt that, you know, we had an equal amount of just knowledge about Kenny as you did Lily, and as you did Larry, and also Carly. They were basically just spread out equally. You got to actually take your time, walk around, talk to these characters at various points to kind of just update your thoughts and opinions on these characters as you talk to them. And that was definitely a really important part of the characters in Season 1. Now, moving on to A New Frontier. Here's where things got a bit rocky for me. Personally, not trying to hate on A New Frontier too hard here, but A New Frontier, in my opinion, has some of the most underdeveloped characters that I have ever seen Telltale do, okay? Characters like Eleanor, Trip, Conrad, they were pretty much just there, okay? We did have a conversation with Eleanor, but after that, you kind of just don't see her, and she comes in and talks about things. Not with your character in general, just as a group. Trip, you do speak to him once, and then after that, you pretty much never really have a chance to kind of just learn more about him and talk to him and his opinions on various things, because his personality was just like Kenny, okay? He liked to yell at you, and he liked things going on, and he liked things going his way and stuff like that. Other than that, Conrad, we never really had a chance to talk to him, probably like a couple times, and that was it. But the problem with that is they focused on a couple characters, and that being David, Kate, Mariana, and Gabe. They were the forefront of this game, and it really showed how much they just put these characters in front of all the other characters. And The Walking Dead is all about, you know, a group, okay? All the characters. You have to show an equal amount of pretty much time to each and every character. And I think that Season 3, A New Frontier, didn't really do that. And I think they should actually go ahead and reevaluate what they did with Season 1 and even Season 2. I think Season 2 actually had better development than Season 3 in my opinion. But I think Season 2 just had great characters in general that were a tiny bit undeveloped, while Season 1 just had a great cast of characters and they were all equally developed and all just great to be around, for the most part at least, to kind of just see actual struggles. You know, Lily was kind of like the negative one all the time. Carly was like the neutral one. Kenny was, you know, kind of negative, but when it came to his family, he was very positive and stuff like that. Just all of these people bouncing around in Season 1 was definitely great to see an actual struggle going on in The Walking Dead, actually having a survival group just bouncing around all the time. It was definitely great to see. Season 2, we had some of that, but it wasn't as much as I liked. Now, Season 3, you know, it just wasn't like that at all. It was whenever in Season 3 when you're actually put up against Ava and Trip, I was like, I don't care about any of these characters, but which one annoys me the least, okay? So I went ahead and chose Ava because of that, and you know how that worked out. But anyways, if you were to spend more time with Ava and also Trip, then you could actually feel pressured when actually giving a choice between Trip and Ava. That's what I think about that. So let's go ahead and move on to what I think can be the greatest thing that could happen to The Walking Dead, the final season, regarding its characters. Now, if you guys have played Batman the Enemy Within, I think that game has been going incredibly great so far. And they introduced a new system that tells you how you left off each character at the end of the episode. So basically, let's say you do something mean to a character, and they remember that, okay, and they actually are left with, you know, being annoyed or something, giving a trait that describes how they feel at the end of the episode about you. Whether you left them feeling guilty, mad, happy, or something else. That is what we need in The Walking Dead, the final season, because the characters in The Walking Dead are the most important part. And that system regarding each player, each character in the group, would be an incredible thing to actually see. Because I would have loved to see that I left Kenny feeling great, or I left Krista feeling sad or something. That would actually be a great way to basically save what you said and present to you how you left those characters at the end of the episode, so that you can actually work on fixing that, or actually go about just being like, I don't care what I left them as, I want to keep being mean to this person. And that's what I think about that. And for the most part, what Batman is doing with Joker is giving him basically a branching path, whether he becomes one thing or the other. And I think that can be great for certain characters. Now, I'm sure that's actually pretty hard to do with multiple characters, but at least single out like the most important ones, the quote-unquote important characters that you have in the game, and just go ahead and have that be your branching character moves or whatever. That would be incredible in my opinion. Because I'm sure in Season 4 we will get a brand new group, because Clementine has to go and find AJ, and of course, somebody is taking care of AJ, so we will run into that person. Hey, what if it's Krista? Ooh. Gotta probably tired of hearing Krista, but you know, it could possibly happen. We never know. We've been getting teased about whether it could be Krista, or we could actually see her alive again one day. But hey, anything's possible after watching the Walking Dead TV show, seeing that irrelevant guy come back. Anything's possible, I guess, but you know, we'll have to see about that. What do you guys think about the information that I proposed in this video? Do you guys think the characters could actually be a lot better in the final season than it has been in the past? Because I think that they actually can. Basically, you know, with Batman, how that's been going, that gives me hope a little bit for The Walking Dead, the final season, and its characters, because seeing characters like Harley Quinn, Joker, and even Tiffany and Alfred actually having different just thoughts about your character, that just seems like really, really great information that basically adds to your choice making experience. And I think this is actually made for The Walking Dead, okay? It is a very important part and is a key feature that The Walking Dead actually needs, because Walking Dead actually embraces characters a lot, in my opinion. So what do you guys think about that? Go ahead and comment down below for this little discussion. Any thoughts you have about anything I said in the video. Go ahead and leave a thumbs up if you guys liked the video. If you guys do want a topic talked about next week, I have some in mind, but I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys for any input to go ahead and talk about things. I might talk about choices. I'm not entirely sure, but I do want to talk about, you know, things like the story choices, various things like that in the next coming Fridays ahead. So if you guys do like my little road to Pax East little series, if you would call it that, go ahead and leave a thumbs up and comment and all that great stuff, and subscribe for more content on the channel. I'm InfernoKun, and I'll catch you guys next time. I'm out.